Hey guys, hey, how are you? Welcome back to...
I noticed you forgot the dinner plate and just decided to say, screw it, let's just eat right off the table. No dinner plate needed. Still want to do the dishes. We're just going to eat right off the table with a tablecloth right there. Wow.
another video. Today I have a mukbang for you, or let's just eat dinner together, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm so excited. I made some homemade burritos. I was craving a mucho burrito from Mucho Burrito, which is a big ass burrito, even bigger than this. But these are the biggest tortilla I could find. So I made my own burritos, and I'll show you what's inside in a minute. And I have some blue corn Tostitos with some salsa, fresh salsa, sour cream. And yeah, I have another burrito here that I made, but it kind of opened and fell apart. So,
Don't worry, homie. We know you still going to be a hero and eat that burrito anyway. Gotta do it for the feeders, man. The feeders need you. They need you, foodie. Come through for them. I know you can do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with this. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, and then I'm gonna talk about like, I'm gonna try to do a story time. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna enjoy the content, but if you don't, let me know. And as long as some of you like it or enjoying it, or the majority of you, I will keep talking about it. If not, I'll try to find other topics. But yeah, so let's start by opening up this burrito. Man, I've had the same song in my head forever. You ever hear that song? I'm sure you have. Band on the run. Anyway, if you haven't, well. Oh, it's watery because of the sauce. Beanie bite!
Yeah, because water is an ingredient that's in vegetables and stuff. I mean, it's not. Water is not an ingredient. You don't make vegetables, but water is in veggies. Are we surprised by this?
So in here I have seasoned chicken taco meat, just with the packaged seasoning.
That doesn't surprise me.
Cheese, Tex-Mex cheese,
No?
guacamole, salsa, sour cream, cilantro, and green Tabasco. So, bottoms up. Let's try it.
Bottoms up is for drinking. I mean, unless you plan on drinking that burrito, which, I mean, you might. With the way you be chowing down on stuff, you might just open that whole gullet right up. If you're all wondering why I am responding a little bit more angry, it's because I finished filming this video, and I went to go, like, edit it and upload it, and the file corrupted, so I'm having to re-record this, which is good because I had a couple names from Facebook and stuff pop up in the video before that I was going to really have to edit out, and now I don't have to do that. Now I just have to re-record it and hear all this crap all over again.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Oh my god. That leaked everywhere. So, to be safe, I'm gonna do this because...
I never want to see any sort of liquid on your chest ever again. And as a matter of fact, can you please stop wearing such low-cut shirts? It's not a turn-on for anybody besides your feeders.
I don't want to have taco seasoning all over my chest.
I don't want to have anything all over your chest. I'd prefer you not even to appear in the video. Just like film, like put the camera in front of you and just film the food if you have to film.
All right.
I wouldn't normally be this bad spot to pause. I wouldn't normally be this mean, but like y'all will see if you haven't seen this video, man. She's just progressively more aggravating throughout the video. You gotta roll the eyes back and do the for your feeders, huh? Yeah.
I did toast it as well.
I mean, we can see that.
Okay.
We can see it. We're looking at you.
Love cilantro, and I used to hate it. So,
That's such.
I was thinking of doing a story time series like I had mentioned before, and I just forgot to do it.
Yeah, just tell us.
By the way, This is my hair.
Yeah.
uh,
As if anyone cares. Nobody cares. If it's your hair, if it's a weave, nobody cares. Literally, nobody cares.
about my experience when I went away for almost a year traveling around Canada, I've had some experiences. So it's probably going to be a longer storytime series, as I think so. Depends how much I remember and how much I embellish.
You basically just admitted these stories are made up. Go ahead. By the way, guys, since I've already sat through this, I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to click the video, or I'm not going to pause it as much, because I just want to get through this video. I've already pretty much seen it. Yeah. So, she goes on a 20-minute long video, or 25 minutes basically, explanation of this, and surprise, surprise, guys, she doesn't actually tell us anything.
Which I will try to do. There's a bit of everything in these stories.
Yeah, there's a bit of everything except for the fact that there's absolutely nothing because you don't say anything.
So, I'll start from the beginning, okay?
Where else would you start from?
Alright, so basically just a bit of a background. I guess we could call it prefatory matters. Bit of a background. I love pickled jalapenos. On what my life was like at the time and what provoked me to want to go away. The program is called Katimavik. It's a youth volunteer program, and you get to travel around. You apply to be part of the program. You get to travel around. It's government funded. They give you like $21 a week allowance, which went on cigarettes, and you go to 3 different provinces and do volunteer work and community work. Basically a program to show that youth are not just all a bunch of shits. Okay? And I needed that. Because at the time in my life, 17 going on 18, I was a little shit. I was just angsty, unsure about the future, not getting along with my mom at home, was actually sleeping on a friend's couch, literally, my best friend's couch. Still getting fed by my mom though, but this was, hey, I didn't want to be at home because I hadn't been at home since 16. I wanted my freedom. I wanted to experience, I just didn't want to have anyone tell me what to do. I was one of those. I'm still kind of like that. So, I was living on my friend's couch, and but I still made sure to go to school. It was in advanced classes, got straight A's. I was very ambitious. I wanted to go to university.
I really doubt that you were ever ambitious about anything. Because the proof is not in the pudding. We don't see it.
So, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And then one day, this girl, a team of
And then one day you just decided you wanted to eat on camera? Okay.
representative came to our school. We were called to the library. and she did a presentation, and she was handing out brochures for the program.
It's not the crap that's around your mouth that we're worried about. It's the crap that comes out of it. That's what gets you. That's what we don't like.
And at first I was like, nah. And honestly, I don't remember what changed my mind into wanting to do it. It might have been because she said at the end, if you complete it, you get $1,000. And I'm just like, And a plane ticket to anywhere you want to go. Back home, somewhere else. Some people in the program became so inspired by the traveling and by the new them that they decided to just go somewhere else and keep traveling. I wanted to go home because I miss my family, Made me appreciate my family more too. I'm drinking ice water. And since it's a mukbang, I'm going to be talking in between the eating. So, the only thing missing on the burrito is cilantro lime rice. I could have made some. Anyway, so I know this mix doesn't look good, but it is. No one I told about it that I wanted to go when I made up my mind really believed that I would get accepted or that I would. I had to fill it like, I think if I remember.
No one believes when you make up your mind about anything that you're going to follow through on anything. So even if you got accepted to a program, people probably didn't even believe you were going to go because that would have required some follow through, if this story's even real, but I don't think it is, because none of your stories are real.
Correctly, I had to fill out like a questionnaire, like why you want to do this, and they ask you like questions like that. I remember just really selling myself. I just had a feeling it was something.
The irony of you saying you remember really selling yourself is real here, considering you just got exposed for having feeders. That's funny.
Something I was meant to do. It was something that would change my life, and it really did that.
And how did it change your life? Keep in mind, we see the end result. What did this trip that you never went on do to change your life?
It really did that. So I applied, waited for the response, and I got in, obviously. I was so, felt like I won the lottery.
How much you want to bet if she won the lottery, they would just pay her with, restaurant certificates and stuff. Like an endless supply of food.
My friends were bummed out because, especially my best friend, my really best friend, I had a couple of best friends at the time, but they
You don't know what the meaning of best friend is, then. It's singular. You have one.
Best friend that I used to just go be at her house 24/7. She wrote me a letter.
What Chantel means is she got in the house, then she grew bigger while she was in there, and then she just couldn't get out. That's why she was there 24/7. I typically would not be this mean, but you'll see later in the video, she just gets progressively more aggravating.
Wish I still had it. I don't know if I do somewhere. Just how sad she was going to be, memories we had together, and it was nice. She actually came. I had to take a Greyhound bus really early in the morning, like 5 a.m. and my mom and my best friend, that's when she gave me the letter when I got on the bus. And they were both crying. And I remember sitting in the dark bus and watching them cry as I'm going away. And back then I didn't realize it as much, but now I'm like, I was really loved.
And this is how you reciprocate this, by damaging yourself to this level of people that you just said that you knew loved you. And look what you've done to yourself to thank them for it. And don't get me wrong, I did the same thing. I'd come down on you harder because I was you. I don't know if you guys heard me eating in the background just now, but I had a cucumber. I keep stuff like that around because I also, you know, binge eat and stuff, and eat way more than I'm supposed to, and stuff. That was how I got big. That's how we all get big. So I have to portion control everything. So and the kind of food she's eating is like what I would be eating. So right now I'm making myself some rice and noodles and chicken and stuff. Um, it's a little high in carbs, but I've already measured out all the calories and stuff, so it's still within my calorie intake, so I'll be okay for today. But that's making right now, and so I had to get, a cucumber or something to eat so that I wasn't, like, being tempted by what she's having. Um, there's ways to control this foodie. The difference between people like you and people like me is that we actively try to keep control of it. And I don't think you realize how many people there are like us in between you and I that hear both sides of the debate. And this is, well, not debate, but you know what I'm saying. I don't think you realize, foodie, not only are you hurting yourself with the way you act, but you're hurting other people too that you leave an impression on.
You know? And
Can you finish a sentence without stuff? Yo, can somebody make that into a meme, please? Hold on, let's see if I get a screenshot of that. Can you finish the sentence without stuffing your face, please? Thank you.
I mean, I still am, but when you're a teenager, sometimes you don't feel loved, enough. Maybe because you don't love yourself.
And are you going to explain to us how you love yourself? If you do that, then please also explain to us how you do this to yourself and you love yourself. I would love to know that.
Becoming like getting into your own is, coming of age or whatever. It's just a really hard process.
Yeah, and eventually one day you'll get there. Please, no more. No, don't ever drip.
Man, this is messy
again, please.
I was on the bus. So the first destination, I was nervous. I
feel bad for the people that were on the bus with her, like, not even weight-wise, but just, like, she's rude, she's abrasive and crass, no class. Like, Chantel, can I explain something to you? Like, it's not your weight. Let me get real with you here. It's not your weight that is turn off to people. I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't date someone as big as you because seeing someone like you sends a message. It sends a message of who I used to be. And I don't want to be with a person that was like who I used to be. But, like, if I come across a lady that's, like, got a disability or she's, a little big or something like that, I don't care about that. Like, I care about who you are as a person. The difference, you don't realize this, but how you look, your weight, Chantel, says a whole lot of things about you. Just like it said a lot of things about me. It says you're unambitious, you're lazy, you're not willing to work for anything. That's what it says. I don't want to be with someone like that because I don't want to have to drag somebody in a relationship. I want them to flow with me. I don't want them to drag me. I don't want to drag them. I don't blame BB for leaving. And you say keep seeing him, but I doubt that. Because BB got tired of carrying you. And I'm not just making a fat joke. I'm saying he got tired of carrying you as a person. Because it's a hefty load to carry as a person. So your weight isn't the reason why people dislike you. You are a drag on people. That's why people dislike you. If I came across a lady that was a little bit heavy, I mean, I'm still heavy. You know, something like that, had some work to do. Listen, I wouldn't give it a second thought. I'd be like, yeah, man, totally I would date her. Because that's like everybody else. Nobody's perfect. But if I came across your path, even if I could look past your looks, which there's no physical attraction there anyway, but even if I could look past that, I would see your habits and your personality, and I would bounce out. I would be out way quicker than BB was. I don't even know if staying with you was worth the green card. For real, for real. You are a drag on people, and that's why people don't like you. And I'm not trying to be mean. I mean, you need to fix your weight, but you've got to fix your personality too. Because you're a terrible person. Not because of your weight, but in spite of it.
Like, as I was leaving, I was already kind of homesick. I was like, I'm making a mistake.
The people
I was so, like, I'd never been away from home that long.
Do you have to have half the bowl of sour cream and salsa on the one chip? Can't you just dip it and put another chip in there? You have to... Oh my God, no. I'm going to let everybody choose the thumbnail. Here we go.
At that point. And I'm the type of person who gets homesick easy.
People at home probably weren't sick.
So,
like, ooh, she's gone.
But I thought, I'm going to stick it out. I'm going to stick it out. The catch was, I was in the middle of high school. So whenever I got back, the following year I would have to resume school. And be behind, but it was worth it. I still got to graduate high school, so I'm on the bus. The bus trip was going to be like a few hours. It was like, my first destination was still in Ontario. And I was kind of like, oh, Ontario, I'm from Ontario. And we didn't get to know each location until near the end of our term in the current location, so it was always a surprise. I was hoping to go to like BC or something, but I ended up going to a small town, really small town, in Mattawa. And Ontario. It's a town near North Bay. It's colder, more snow. It's more north. Really nice town though, very small. Had one main street, one main drag, very small population. I can't even remember, but very small. So, finally the bus arrives. It lets me off.
Can you chew with your mouth closed too, by the way? And can you leave food out of your mouth long enough to tell us this story? Like, do you have to be eating while talking to us?
At a
Like, I
quarter.
realize I just did that with a cucumber, but you guys can't see me. You're not watching the food in my mouth.
There's a phone booth in a gas station. And I remember going right to the phone booth.
You didn't fit in the phone booth. You did not fit in the phone booth. Okay. Staring right at the food again. You are thumbnail city, homie.
And calling my mom. Collect. And she talked me out of giving up. And that was the only time, actually, I had a panic episode and real homesickness to the point where I wanted to leave. After that, I integrated myself and allowed myself to realize that this is my life for the next 7 or 8 months, or how, I can't remember how many months it was. I think it was 7. So the basically,
God, those bites are so huge. Yeah, so huge.
it was winter. It was cold. There was like a snowstorm. And the house leader, came to pick me up. Our house was like down the street, not even like 2-minute walk. I didn't know that. I didn't know where it was, so she picked me up. She was picking everybody up when they would arrive.
Okay, we're like 15 minutes into the story and you haven't told us anything for real yet. Can you get to the point, please?
It depends how they were coming in and how they would get there. But some people were coming in from Newfoundland, BC, everywhere.
She's gonna spend a bunch of time telling us where people are from too, by the way.
Alberta. So
Nobody cares.
some people would be getting there late.
I don't care when they got there either. Tell us, why are you telling us this?
We get to the house.
Okay.
This house on the outside looked like an older, kind of rundown, run-of-the-mill, crummy kind of house.
Were you expecting to be put up in a Hilton? Did you want a 5-star hotel to be put up in?
Come to find out, it was rumored the house was haunted.
Yeah, because you were in there.
The man who lived there before hung himself in the basement.
I'm not going to make a joke about that. I will not do it.
And he was slowly going, like, he suffered from severe mental illness. And the house was painted odd. Like, he had added this weird attack.
Talk about people talking about your personal information. This man's deceased. If this story really happened, can you avoid telling us about him and just let him rest in peace? And maybe get to the point on why you're telling us this story?
Attachment to the house, which was where we ate our dinner.
Who cares?
And it was always freezing.
I don't care.
And
Nobody cares.
He painted every room just weird colors.
Okay, and he liked
So
he liked the colors. Who cares?
I want some of this burrito, but I don't want to, like, it's so messy.
You'll be okay.
I'm gonna eat it with a knife and fork, some of it.
You got this. Truck through. You'll be okay. Do it for the feeders. They need you.
So,
are you kidding me? Is she cooking the burrito right next to where she's sitting? She just brought that over with a spatula. Y'all seen this, right? Oh my God. She's cooking the burrito right where she's sitting.
Just some of it.
And
It
she
fell
got her utensils right there too. Oh wow.
apart. Anyway, I'm sick of also getting taco juice all over my chest.
I don't care about any juice.
You know what I'm saying?
Chest. I don't want to talk about that. Listen,
Yeah, so
there are women that are allowed to talk about things on their chest, and I wouldn't care. You, homie, are not one of them.
it was a really weird house. I didn't like it.
I don't care.
Anyway,
Get to the point.
I don't really remember who was already there,
It doesn't matter.
but people were arriving.
Good. Who cares?
You're in a house with 12 other youth,
Who
ages
cares?
17 to 21.
Who cares?
One guy was from Quebec,
I don't
very
care.
French. Two guys were from Quebec.
Nobody cares.
One was a really funny jokester. He was the jokester of the bunch. Oh my god.
Good job.
Happy-go-lucky, couldn't be bothered with drama. The other guy from Quebec
Drama, so he didn't talk to you very much then, did he?
was... I had a really big crush on him at one point because he was so cute.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And he was very
Probably brought a
quiet.
little sexy bag of McDonald's past you one day, and you just decided, man, that's the man for you, huh?
You know, mysterious and laid back.
Who cares?
And had really nice blue eyes.
Get to the point.
There was another really funny, jokey guy. Bigger dude. And he was like
Bigger dude.
funny.
You fat shaming somebody?
But he was a drama queen.
Just like you. We're good.
You know. There was some I didn't get
She's a drama queen, and she rolls her eyes like as if she ain't one.
along with very well. And there were some people I did. The one girl that was my best friend
Now
was
we have another best friend. Okay.
from Newfoundland.
I don't care.
And her Newfie accent was so funny. I just loved her. She came in and right away she was like, "Hey guys," and just like full of life, you know.
Kind of like how you say in the beginning of your video, where you try to be bubbly. Nobody cares. Get to the point.
I still talk to her.
No, you don't. She doesn't exist.
Here and there. One girl was from, I don't even remember, I think, Saskatchewan.
Who cares?
She was always talking about Saskatchewan.
I don't care what she...
She was really nice.
When she talked about
Always
stuff-
happy, and it got on my nerves.
When she talked about stuff, but you probably got on her nerves too. When she talked about stuff, I bet you she got to the point. You've been talking for 20 minutes. Get to the point.
It got on my nerves once in a while.
And
I know it shouldn't, but I don't know. I guess I was miserable. I don't know.
You are miserable. What about was miserable? Haven't you looked at your community tabs and your rants and... Oh, thumbnail city, guys. I'm gonna let you guys vote on this one. You're miserable. I guess I was miserable. You still are.
And she like... There was another girl who was from BC, and she was like environmentalist, like typical tree hugger.
Nobody cares.
You know,
Yeah.
vegan. Was always giving me shit for things. Not just me, but everybody. She was nice though. I got along with her.
What are you telling me?
Sometimes I would get mad at her preaching, but she just let it slide.
You are horrible at
She didn't let it affect her. Then there was another girl. She was funny. Very happy-go-lucky girl from Quebec.
Okay.
Didn't speak like any English hardly, and
She didn't speak any English. Somehow you knew she was funny when I don't think you
we
spoke
tried
any language.
teaching her English a bit. I really liked her. She was fun. Then we had this guy.
Where's he from?
He was a rich. Like his parents were doctors.
Where's he from though?
Loaded. It was kind of nerdy
But
looking.
Can you tell me
But-
where he was from?
He became a published author, like a published crime author.
Okay.
So he's doing very well for himself.
What's his name? What's his name, homie? We want the receipts, man. We want to be able to check into this story. Tell us his name.
I sometimes talk to him.
No, you don't. Because he doesn't.
Well, I used to, but not lately. Who else was there? Oh,
Nobody.
And the one guy I really didn't get along with.
Where's he from?
He was like, everyone was like a stereotype. He was like a...
You would be the lazy American even though you're Canadian. Other countries envision us Americans looking and acting like you. You could be that stereotype.
Geeky, like geek stereotype. And I don't mean this to say anything mean about these people, because I loved them by the end of this program. Like, they were family, even though we didn't get along, some of us. But he would like go outside and like sword fight, lightsaber fight with himself, and wore like sunglasses in the day, like to try. He was just like weird.
Who cares?
And I didn't get along with him at all. I don't know what it was.
Cares.
We just rubbed each other the wrong way.
I don't want to imagine anyone rubbing you anyway.
Some of the people were more woke than some of us. So we all learned off each other, you know?
You probably didn't learn anything off anybody.
So we arrived at the house. Need more salsa. And I took to this girl from Newfoundland right away. And the girl from Quebec. The other two, Saskatchewan girl. And we'll call her Veggie Girl. Just for, you know. For me, you're probably wondering, well, what kind of stereotype were you?
I already told you.
I don't know.
I told you which one you were.
That's a good question, because I don't know if I'm just not able to see outside myself.
Or around yourself, okay.
I'm sure some people would come up with a few ideas. I guess I was the bubbly, chubby girl, because I was more chubby then.
No, you're not chubby. And that's another thumbnail, but I think the ones I got are good enough. You're not chubby. So you know what? I'm going to let y'all vote.
Bubbly, chubby, chatty, party animal kind of girl.
Well, you're chatty, all right. You've been talking for so long and haven't told us why you're telling us this. You're definitely chatty.
And
she was so focused on eating, she was about to stab them chips with the fork. She's like, Chips, you can get it too.
Yeah, I would say that. So you're 12 of you. You're 12 people. Oh, and there was another girl.
Where's she from?
She was the stereotypical mousy girl.
Where's she
Very
from?
French, didn't speak any English.
But where's she from?
Never understood what we would say. Like, she would just... I tried speaking as much French as I could to her, but my French, I guess, wasn't very Quebec enough for her to, you know... And she was so quiet. She barely spoke 2 words the whole 7 months. She was just kind of always like there. You'd almost forget about her. But she was very, very nice. Very timid, very shy. Oh, I want to give her a hug.
She wants to run from you.
And I think that's 12. The house leader, too, was there.
Where's he from?
There was somebody who, like, oversaw everything.
Where are they from,
supervised us. And there were rules, house rules.
Okay. Now we've established that they're all in the house. Everybody is from all over the place, and there were rules. That's all we know.
Every week, 2 people would be staying home from their job, volunteer job. We volunteered 40 hours a day, 5 days a week.
They volunteered 40 hours a day, guys, even though there's only 24 hours in a day.
We had a career day.
Yep.
I'll get to that in the next video. I don't want.
And you had a career day. Is that where you learned that you can eat copious amounts of food on YouTube and make money, and that would be your career?
I don't want to be too long in this video.
Oh, you don't want to be too long. We're already 26 minutes.
You go for interviews and everything. There's like a little job fair for us. And it was, I'll get to that next video, okay? But basically, our house leader and this one was special. She was like the veggie girl, even worse. Like when we got there, we were starving. She made us something to eat.
I doubt you were starving.
And we were all like, it was literally, she made like a zucchini soup. It literally was like water for broth, a bunch of quinoa floating around, and zucchini, and it had no flavor. And I don't want to make fun of her.
It sucks that you had to eat something healthy. I'm sorry.
Because looking back in retrospect, she wanted us to feel welcome, and she really did something nice by making us a dish, but I really want a pizza.
I bet you did.
You had to cook everything.
Ooh, I'm so sorry.
So 2 people would be the house people.
You had to make your own
Every day you had to bake bread. Somebody came in to show us how to make bread.
Yeast, flour, butter.
You had to do the weekly groceries. You had a budget of like $450 for 12 people a week.
That's way doable.
You had to make everything, even ketchup.
Yes, because
so you learn a lot.
Food, it's a lot cheaper, and you get more of it.
Being frugal and stuff, and that was a hard adjustment. And for a while, my friend and I, we would be sneaking food. I'll get more into that. We would go out and sneak food after dinner.
You would have 2 dinners. That doesn't surprise me at all.
So we get there, we're tired, hungry. We're fed zucchini and water soup.
You're always hungry.
And then, in our bedrooms, you just want to plunk down and relax after a long day of traveling. You're given tools.
After a long
and there's a bunch of wood.
Traveling is... Were you doing running and jumping jacks, workouts along this way from getting on a plane into a van and having to do minimal movement?
In your room. You have to make your own bunk beds.
Homie, I'm getting the bottom bunk. I don't think so. Oh, no.
And I was like...
No, what I mean is I'm getting the top bunk. I'm not getting the bottom bunk if you're there. I'm getting the top bunk.
Are you serious? Oh my god, I really complained.
Oh, poor baby. You had to do
I was a complainer.
Oh, no, you were a complainer. No, please explain to us how you complain, because we've never seen your community tabs that you leave up for 10 minutes and then rage quit and delete.
I was like, seriously?
Oh, poor baby.
Are you really going to make us do that?
I feel so
we all complained. Except the really happy girl. She's like, oh, this is going to be fun!
You had to do a little bit of work. I feel so bad for you. How did you ever survive?
So, somehow we did it. All of us together.
It must have been tragic. I wonder how you survived. Are you okay? Do you need help?
We did a pretty good job, and that would be my bed for the next, 3.5 months or whatever. 3 months.
It must have seriously been traumatic. I feel so bad for you. How did you ever live through such an experience?
I had pictures up of my boyfriend at the time.
You didn't have a boyfriend. Shut up. You had a feeder, probably. I'm so over you.
So next episode...
Oh, there's another one.
I'll get into my boyfriend.
Oh, there's more of this
at the time.
Guys, you hear that? There's more going to be about this house of 12 people that traveled and had a grocery budget of $450 a week that we don't know anything else about, except for they're from Saskatchewan and Ontario and Quebec and somewhere else. You talked for half an hour, Foodie, and you didn't tell us anything.
On our jobs. Okay. Well, That's it. That's all. I ate both burritos.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So I think if there was rice and a lot of veggies, it would be a lot more filling.
Wow. Okay. Just for some perspective here, I'm 6'7" and I'm about 300 pounds. A little bit. I go between like 305, something like that. I'm a semi-pro football player, and I'm also a man, which men tend to need more calories than women do, like basically, because we have more muscle and stuff. Now, I don't understand. Like, I could have had one of those. One of those burritos is probably a good 500 or 600 calories, which is about where your meal should be. Okay. Maybe 800, but you shouldn't really go too much above 600. You know, if you're eating 4 times a day, which you're supposed to eat like between like 4 to 6 times a day. You know. She just said it'd be more filling. One of those burritos would have filled me up, and she's like, it'd be more filling if both burritos had rice and stuff in it. And here in a little bit, you know what? I'll get to that comment in a minute.
Because like if I got that mucho burrito, they put like beans, they put veggies, they put rice, all those carbs to make it very filling.
Oh, listen, now that's a problem. Okay, carbs don't make it filling. What happens, foodie, is carbs. Yes, carbs. You can get a lot of them for a small amount of money. That's good. Okay. The problem with that is carbs are complex carbohydrate. They like the breads and the rices and stuff. They break down into sugar, which spikes your insulin level, which causes you to be hungry quicker. All right, because your insulin level is spiking, your body's going, oh crap, I need energy, food, feed me. And then it causes you to eat more. It's not filling. It actually, the more, like if you overeat on carbs, you actually tend to feel less full and eat more. But you and Amber Lynn know all about nutrition. We can't tell you anything about food because y'all two know it all.
It's just like meat, cheese, salsa and stuff, so it wasn't too bad. Alright guys, so I guess that's it for this video. I hope you like this. Let me know if you like this little series.
Yeah, we don't like it. I'm done hearing you talk. Good night. Later.